Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, here we are again. Didn't cut the light on. That's 2 days in a row. I did not cut the light on. Ay, 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 ay. I mean, apparently we are breaking with the norms of the show. I want to wish you good afternoon. It is, we're 5 minutes early, baby. I respect your time. We're 5 minutes early. Let's, I was watching YouTube. Quirky British. It's called QI. It's an informational comedy show, but it gives you information. I love information. I guess I don't have to. What is with this? Your internet connection is unstable. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Why does that keep happening? Good, sweet Jesus. What a day it was. It was hot, AF, and unproductive, but it was still a good day. I hope your day was good. I hope it is good. I hope your travels to and fro were swift and unencumbered by nonsensory and bullshittery. Because I'm there for you. I'm your man. I'm your homie. I'm your boy, but I ain't your boy. Brothers know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Want to check the news? Because it's only ever about celebrities or shit you should buy. You're always being advertised to. Oh, wow. A lot of COVID news. So, all right. Okay. More people, there's something wrong with this headline. More people than ever died of drug overdoses in the US in 2020. See, whenever they tell me more people have ever done X than any, I always go, yeah, because every year there's fucking more people, right? Does that make sense? So now the question becomes, what are you actually trying to tell me here? You know what I mean? More people, more women have been, positive or negative than ever before. And I go, yeah, if it's negative, I'd be like, yeah, more bullshit, more men, but also more women, so you're going to get more bullshit. If we have a tribe of 10 people and one person is a murderer, 1 per 10 people, that's really high. Okay, let's say we had a tribe of 1,000 people, right? And we're again on our tribal shit, and we're wandering across like one. Okay, let's go back to 10. We need a small number. 1 in 10 of those people is a thief, right? A thief, not a murderer, a thief, which may be more of a common thing. 1 in, let's say, 50 is a thief. I have a little more faith in people. 1 in 100 is a thief. By the time your population, if that's the average percentage, as your population grows, by the time your population is 10,000 people, you're not still going to have one thief, right? Every time you have more people, you get more of the varying different personalities. So when TV talks to you, when newspapers talk to you, you should listen really carefully as to what they're telling you, which is blatant. Like, we love war, go sign up for the military, right? Versus what they're doing and showing you, and then how they phrase it. And sometimes they phrase it really quirkily and it hits your ear like it hits it tinny, it hits it weird. So that's why I just looked at that for a while. I was like, what is wrong? I haven't even read the article yet. But man, that I've seen that it's a canard. It's just more people passing them. Yeah, well, there's more people. Plus, if you keep telling me that this variant is worse than the last variant, I'm sort of assuming that it's going to kill more people. Sadly, but truly. Judge proves sale of Surfside property claim path for compensation for victims. You know what? Compensation is going to come. America, all these shifty business people do this bullshit and then just buy you off. People should be going to jail for this shit. Yeah, they really should be. They should be going to jail for this. 125 souls, I want to say. Was it 175? Souls gone. No one cares about these lives. They're also full of shit. They're also full of shit. Ooh, good sweet Jesus. But they are the people in power. Why would you make laws that put you in power in jail? The Iranians don't. The Syrians don't. Right? But democracies are supposed to. So just because we're called a democracy, look at what the fuck is going on here. Nancy Pelosi is insider trading. You know, your black vice president isn't even black. She's got no black family members. Her two daughters are white girls who are models now all of a sudden. So it is what it is, man. Just know this, because they will come to you in the fall and go, hey, reelect us because we love you and we're looking out for you. And you should just go, you're why things never get better. And then you should run for Congress, because I'm going to vote for you. I'm totally going to vote for you. I've had it with rich dudes and lawyers in Congress. What else you got? What are you, a baker? I'm for you. Cop? Okay. Fireman? Okay. EMS? Okay. Teacher? Okay. I'm for all of that. I'm done with the lawyers. I'm done with the lawyers, right? If America had a secret code, it's the law, and the lawyers know it, so they don't. I mean, Michael Avenatti, they say, got 3 years for stealing $4 million. That is outrageous. That should be 30 years easy, but it is what it is, right? So they drop a building on sleeping people, kill everything, the dogs and the cats, goldfish and all. Oh yeah, let's throw in your grandma and your grandpa. Oh, and also the grandkids were staying over, a whole bunch of children. How the fuck is no one going to jail? Good sweet Jesus. Oh my God. Don't get me started. All right. We are going to move on. Because remember, this is a guitar show, and we are going to get some guitar in like we always do. We'll probably be ending it around, well, okay, all but yesterday. Wow, yesterday afternoon show was the shortest show we had. I think it was an hour and a half. But normally we do 30 minutes. It might have been 2 hours, but it was still short AF. Cuba protests. "17 calming dog breeds. People are sharing unwritten rules of life." And I never thought of, shut up. You know, your unwritten rule of life is don't get taken. That's it. And we're all getting taken. United Airlines passenger carrying large wad of cash causes emergency landing. Okay, did he do something with the large wad of cash? And obviously he's a black dude, because black dudes with this rap shit, you know, they got a bank where everybody walk around with like $3,000 on them in 20s. And of course, here's this picture. And of course, look, listen. Who are these? Look, oh my God, she's a cute AF. She's got to be like 24. Hollywood is like high school in the sense that, you know, the people who run the place always age, but the girls and boys always stay the same. You know what I mean? You will always have a teen pop star, young ingenue. You'll always have a hunky, good-looking pool boy type, blonde hair guy, surfer type. Surfer type, blonde hair guy. I guess pool boy, surfer type, but like also the hot Latin heartthrob. There's always one of those. I think for a while it was Mario Lopez, but in the 70s it was Eric Estrada, right? You're always gonna have, and then the people will age into like who's been around forever. Then you're gonna have the old dons like wow, Kirk Douglas has been an actor since he's been like 8. So we're not, but he's like 60, right? So let's say, I don't know, who's in, wow, Tom Cruise has been around for like 40 years, and he's like 60. Okay, who am I talking about here? Because in the old days, it would have been Kirk Douglas, would have been like the old guy, right? Who takes on the grandfatherly roles and you've known forever. But meanwhile, the agents and all those people, they age. They're allowed to age. The mystery around what happened in Lafayette Square. Okay, well, what happened in Lafayette Square? And they used to tell you what the story was about. Now they give you these cryptic headlines of what their story is about. You're a news person. Just tell me the fucking story. It shouldn't be for me to click on. You shouldn't be clickbait. Amazing. All right. Well, I don't know who these people are. Some dogs are geniuses, just like humans. That just, of course, obviously, what in all species you have intelligent and dummies, right? Why wouldn't some dogs be geniuses? My Sydney was a genius. I miss you, Sid. At least I thought she was. New study shows dogs don't return the favor after strangers feed them. That makes sense too. Dogs are opportunists. They're our they're our best friends because they were opportunists. We all know the theory of what they think dogs, what happened to dogs, right? Which is they were wolves, and some wolves were timid because some are geniuses and some are just like I think some are cowards, some get pushed around by the pack, some get pushed out of the pack and they have to follow at a distance. So you know what I mean? They can't hunt by themselves. So they're usually either trying to hunt small game or they die off early because they don't have a support system. So those dogs began to hang around humans because humans wouldn't eat the bones, and they were able to crush the bones and eat the bone marrow, and then just some of it had a little meat on it. And someone does, I'm sure someone threw six away, get away from me, right? But they hung out, and I'm sure one of them was like, "What happens if you just go near it and you feed it, and then before you know it?" And I'm pretty sure there were bad incidents too. Some attacked them, some ate babies, you know. But through the course of 10,000 years, those incidents became smaller and smaller and smaller. And now they happen. They still happen. They hit the news nowadays. Dogs snap, just like people snap. People don't introduce their dog to their children properly. All these kind of weird things happen. But yeah, but other than those horrible incidents, a dog will wake you in a fire, will attack the person attacking you. You know what I mean? Even little dogs will let you alert you to stuff, right? So I mean, even if they can't attack, I mean that this is why you get a dog who can bawl. I mean, God forbid your dog gets killed, but it did its job saving you. It's a dog is your family, but it's also your weapon if you do it correctly. Um, Dogs are awesome. Who don't love dogs? If you don't like dogs, I don't like you. I mean, who don't like dogs? Who don't like children? Who don't like plants? I told this story on this stream. I actually met a girl who we had a conversation. Turns out I had just gotten a dog. City must have been like 6 weeks old. And I must have had it for like 5 days or 2 weeks if I had her a minute, somewhere in there. And I met this girl and she was like, "Nah, I don't like dogs." I was like, "Really?" Like, "Oh, you like, yeah, I don't like kids." I was like, "Okay." "What about plants?" I said, half laughing. She was like, "I'm bad with plants." I was like, "I'm gonna go play pool." That's like that was three fastballs right over the plate. And I was just kind of like, yeah, yes, I struck you out. Y'all, you struck you out. Yeah, these guys are they're just all these rappers are soap opera stars. You're just so it's ridiculous. All right. Good Lord. I guess, well, this is the news. How ubiquitous she was before. Now her father doesn't let. So she was going to all these Hollywood parties, doing all this coke, fucking everybody, and being absolutely out of control because you didn't raise your daughter, right? But she's worth all this cash, and she's about to be 21. How can I control her? So she has this wild incident, and you get to. I mean, she wasn't going to go to jail, but I mean, under the guise of "I'm your father and I love you," you get to fucking control her life forever. I mean, first of all, that law is evil. America has codified so much evil, slavish, ineptitude shit in these books that, oh man, you got to watch it. If you got a wild daughter, what are you going to do? In Iran, they kill them, right? When you're going to kill Britney Spears, it's fucking ridiculous. Let her be her wild ass. So she's got enough money for it. You know, maybe she's destined to at 20, or maybe she's destined to live wild and free and fucking reinvent herself at 40, right? Wasn't Madonna wild and free? Why does she need a conservatorship? Because she had one fight. You know how many of those celebrity rock star boys have fights? No one controls their cash, their money. It's really just. And here's the thing: if you think she's an idiot, you raised her. You did not equip her. You know what I mean? So you're the last person who should be anywhere near her. It's like when Michael Jackson died, and they gave the kids to his mother. Like his father was there by then, but they gave the kids to his mother. I was like, what? You were the you're why Michael Jackson is a hot genius of a mess that he is. I don't know if you at 70 should be taking any kids. You don't have a good track record. Tis what it is, man. Uh, let's get this thing started. I'm going to show y'all. What am I going to show y'all? You know, modern technology is a wonder. It really is. All right. Mute this. Are we going to lose some bandwidth? Watch the thing drop. Yep. All right. So we want to kill this. Oh, that's not good. And so the two things we learned, good sweet Jesus. Oh, sorry. The two things we learned, it's been a day, man. It's the humidity. It's all this wet in the air. I guess that's right. Okay, well, let's close all of this. I was looking up, what were we looking up this morning? We were looking up root notes and root notes. Oh my God, I'm not gonna watch that. So okay, this is funny. So this morning show, I got up at 4, right? So I was up at 4 looking up guitar riffs. I ran down this blues hole, right? I told this story this morning. And then I wrote on in the chat here at Haps. I'm up at 3 looking at blues riffs, but there's still going to be a show at 7. Was up all day, up all day, up all night. Well, I was up all day, but up all night till about 5. I was like, I'll just stay about 4:30. I was like, I'll just stay up because it's gonna be at 7. I don't want to oversleep it, sleep through the alarm, a little paranoid, right? So around about 5:30, I'm just reading stuff and I'm not retaining it because I'm half asleep. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And then it was like 5:30. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to sleep instead of trying to stay up till 7. Got an hour's worth of sleep. I got up at 6:30. I always get up as soon as the crack of dawn rises. I don't trust it, but it never fails me. It's like a rooster crowing, right? As soon as it gets a certain degree of light outside, I wake up. And that's always right about daybreak, right? And daybreak, we can look it up. Daybreak is at like 5:30. But by the time it hits the trees and hit this certain amount of light, where's my weather? There it is, this weather thing. It'll tell us what time sunrise was. Moonrise is 10:21 a.m. Moonrise, people, come on, seriously, how cool is that? Sunrise is 5:55 a.m. So yeah, so somewhere around like this is 6 o'clock. Somewhere around, I got up at 6:30, and then we started running at it. Sunset is at 8:23. I would really like to catch a sunset down by the beach. We could end this stream at 7:45 and then take a mobile and be down by the beach by 8:15, 8:10. I would have to drive like a sane person. Yeah, it'll be about 20 minutes to the beach. Yeah, about 20 minutes to the beach. So a quarter to, I could get there at 8:10. I'm gonna need more than 10 minutes to park. This is why it's always good to give yourself an hour. So see, I'm going down a mental rabbit hole. Um, Bernie Sanders is a great man. I don't care what anybody says. All right, so oh my God, so we're gonna cut the lights on. Gonna cut the fan on. Actually, you know what we could do? Because I gotta tell you, I was like, oh, I'm not going to work. This is gonna be a really short, like the so this today's pod was an hour and 20 minutes. So it was just about the right amount of time. Because normally the morning pods are about an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes. You can tell because I always wear the same thing. And they're numbered the same. Just one says AM, one says PM. Afternoon pods, we can be here as long as we want. Phil Dickerson. I mean, I'm telling you, there's a guy, Robert Townsend, not Robert Townsend, that's the comedian. There's a guy, Townsend, right? He runs a shop, I think in Maryland, of like sort of the not the American West, colonial time. So you can buy a hat and clothes there, books there, old recipes from like that era, books by the founders. I think it's just a great business. And then he's got a YouTube page, um, bumping into Benjamin Franklin, 1,000 views 11 minutes ago. Yeah, I'll link it. It's so good. I mean, so good. Let's copy this. The online whiteboard that helps teams bring their best ideas to. Welcome to this Travel into North America, Volume 1 of 3. Right. Okay. So we're just going to throw this in the chat just to give you guys sort of like a bit of the stuff that I searched for on YouTube. I hope you give it a look. I hope you like it. We are fans of it. Now, hopefully that translated to my other page, and let's see if it did. Something tells me it didn't. Oh, mute. Nope. That's the weird thing, right? Now I gotta paste them all by myself. I guess that's the case. All right, so we'll do, and then when I move over to other platforms, the why would that be happening if this is all tied into my router and it's not Wi-Fi? What is going on with that? Yeah, I guess I gotta go in each one separately and stick the link in the chat. All right, so I done did that. We can close all this stuff up. We'll get the picture back. This comment has been hidden. Globally unhide. So apparently I put this in other chats and then it blocked it. So now I'm here 3 times in the chat. So we're gonna hide this comment. We're gonna hide this comment. Still very weird how this whole thing is playing out. But this is the beta. We'll see how it goes, man. So a couple of things have changed. Let's get some of this shit off here. We went through this book earlier, my grimoire. Is this the one that we went through? This is the one that we went through. I'm going to read you This is the first one. I want to read you the first intro to the first book. Good Lord. There actually may be a painting stream this weekend because I was driving down the street. I was like, I need to paint something, and I'm beginning to feel the urge to paint. Lord, what did I? I feel like I walked into a spider web. So let's read you. I read it this morning. Let's read you the intro to. Oh, I've got this has a problem. All right, let's read you the back of this. This is. I should look it up online and put it in the thing. The guitar grimoire, right? The guitar grimoire. This is scales and modes. Um, also says so down here. A very wise man turned me on to this. I will be appreciative forever. And this is the other one that I have. There's a series of them. All right. Guitar grimoire, progressions and improvisations. All right. Good stuff. Ooh, hold on. Let me put this here. Oh, it's here. I wonder if I can fix this. Something tells me I can't. I'm gonna have to buy another one. Put this here. I'm trying not to crush stuff. This table will be clean eventually. This house is clean. Anybody know that reference? Probably not. That's a from Scale and Perfection. So let's read this one first. We're gonna read. Whew, we're gonna read. Do I want to cut that off? No. So we're gonna read the. This has scales, man. Scales for freaking days. We're gonna read you the intro. Neophytes and adepts alike, welcome to the Guitar Grimoire. In the pages that ensue, the mystical veil that enshrouds music theory will be removed. Theories will be explained to the guitarist as easily as possible with clear, concise graphics designs. For the advanced player who already understands music theory, this book will have scales for you, for you to readily explore new realms of music. For the intermediate player who knows how to play chords, etc., but never really knows how they were built, this book will help put the pieces of the puzzle into place. Although this book is essentially designed for the intermediate and advanced player, this book will lay an excellent foundation for the beginner. This book is where to. This book is a where to book, showing you exactly where to find any scale in any key on your fretboard. It is professional. It's a professional reference tool to enhance your music library and playing that will. And look, let's try that again. It is a professional reference tool to enhance your music library and playing that you will use for many years to come. And playing that you will use for many years to come. This book is dedicated to the pioneering guitarists who will take music to the depths and levels never before explored. So that's for you. Grimoire, Book of Magical Formulas, Magician's Manual. That's the first book in the series, right? This is Guitar GT1, Guitar Grimoire 1, right? This is GT15. This is the last book in the series. What does this on the back of this one? The most complete book on scales and modes ever written, an encyclopedia with over 6,000 diagram charts and graphs. Complete explanations of all 5, 6, 7, and 8 tone scales and modes. The essential volume for every guitarist library. An unbelievable amount of knowledge in this book. The addition of the keyboard fingering scales modes were incredible for all of us guitarists into MIDI with limited keyboard ability in a real it's a real brainstorm. They are perfect reference tools. I wish I had the grimoire set 25 years ago. Harvey Mandel immediately utilizes scales and modes in a great check it out and a great book. Check it out. Guitar for the Practicing Musician magazine. Guitar Grimoire is a complete reference to my Guitar World magazine. Guitar World magazine. 3 Guitar World magazine quotes. The guitarist Rosetta Stone plus puts an attempt. The guitar Rosetta Stone puts other attempts to shame. Rob Boissier, I don't know who that is. All right, so the back of this one says this long-awaited volume is the most thoroughly exhaustive compendium of chords, progressions, and other ever published. It's literally filled with hundreds of exercises and thousands of diagrams, accompanied by Cadman's unique presentation. This book completely examines the craft and universe of progressions. Improvisations. Wow. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. This. First of all, excuse my reading. I don't normally read out loud to people. This first paragraph is one giant run-on sentence. Improvisation and composition techniques are explained and interwoven to create a virtual encyclopedia of melodic, cordial possibilities, styles, dimensions, and potentials. But that first line, boy, is a doozy. A doozy. All right. And this introduction is 15 books later says, well, as far as I can tell, this wraps up the reference series. The next task will be method books. I apologize to all my guitar grimoire devotees who have been patiently waiting for this book, which took 4 years to create. The countless phone calls and letters from people letting me know that they were waiting. My publisher kept driving me nuts. Where's the progression volume? You have no idea how glad I am to finish this book and get it out of my hair. The truth of the matter is, over the course of the last 4 years, I started the progression book about 10 times. At one point, I had like 180 pages done, but something just wasn't right. But alas, good things come to those who wait, and I can now say this is another book that I could have loved to, and I can now say this is another book that I would love to have as I was learning, love to have as I was learning, would have loved to have as I was learning. Therefore, I know that others will derive benefits from it too. This book is dedicated to all the guitar grimoire devotees who have been patiently waiting its composition. There's a ton of these books. Look at all the freaking info. Gonna be busy forever. Okay, so this goes here under the tiny table, under the table. This also goes here. Tiny table under the table. This goes on the speaker. I gotta find out where that fucking key belongs to. I should put these back. I took these down like literally like 3 weeks ago, and they've been on the table ever since. All right, I actually knocked off a lot of stuff to show it to you too. I'm not gonna. Well, I don't want to lose this from this. This is part of this. I don't want to break this. This is a drawing pencil. They're very expensive when I'm feeling creative. I don't want to lose this. I was mucking around with the Procreate. I tell you, I'd rather use a pen and a piece of paper. Oh my goodness! So the FBI didn't look into the sex allegations of Robert Nasser. So many people just get away with it because they're connected. Oh, good Lord. This magnet charger is freaking really annoying because it rarely aligns. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Ooh, I need to shave. Actually, I can't believe I'm still alert. I went to like after like an hour's worth of sleep. I was gonna call in, but then I just didn't call in with the work. I actually went and got wings and fries from Buffalo Wild Wings. Their fries are freaking awesome. I had like a handful of fries, like not a handful, but like a handful of chicken wings, maybe 4, 3 or 4, probably less than 4. Yeah, like maybe 3 or 4. Um, but man, like I love fries. Like freaking your 2-year-old loves fries. Oh my gosh. Um, that's one reason why I love Five Guys. I mean, the burgers are all right, but the fact that they will give you a bucket ass truckload of fries is the fire. It's just the friggin' fire. Um, but I get it. I get it. We can't be. Excuse me. We can't be. We can't be madly in love with fried foods and all the other godlessness. It's got to be carrot juice, prune juice, and I don't know what else. What other juice do you drink? Tomato juice. That's your staple. That's your diet. You know it's not bad? Cucumber juice. Like lemonade, a little sugar. But flavored water is a thing. You know, now, but people have been flavoring water forever. Wow. We used to, oh man, I didn't deal with this. I'm an idiot. That's gonna cost you. Um, oh man. We used to take fruit, strawberries, like cut them in half, freeze them, grapes, cut them in half, freeze them, and use those as ice cubes. And the good thing about it is afterwards you can eat it. And but we also used to get like you need a sturdy plastic cup, and we used to make really sweet Kool-Aid, and then freeze it, and then it was an icing. You scrape it with a spoon, and like days like this when it was super hot, as you watch cartoons, the simple things we did back in the day. You may laugh now, but trust me, one of these days you'll be telling people, man, in the 2000s when we were kids, we used to. I don't even know what was there. What was there? Those Ford Locos, right, or whatever. And then your grandkids will be saying something, and then their grandkids will be saying something. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. People will always have an opinion on it, and I'm opinionated. But my opinion, that like we used to say, that and a token will get you on the subway. Wow. Back when, whew, does this have ice in it? No, it doesn't have ice. It does have ice in it. I feel like there's a handful of them in there. Yeah, that's gonna be good and cold. Back when I was a kid, I forgot where I was gonna go with this. All right, let's stop fiddling with that. Oh, woo, woo, ooh, there it is. See, and we're coming up on the 11-hour mark, which means I'm tuckered, so we have to run through some finger exercises. But we can't play. Ugh, we can't play. Is this anywhere near anything that we're gonna knock over? No, excellent. We can't play. We can't practice with all the game like we want to. Let's raise this. That's a little high. Hold on. That's good. I think that's good. Do this. We can't play with the gain on like we were told earlier because it is, even though it lets us know we're touching everything, we just have to be more precise. Oh my gosh, now what? So we have to practice up downs. Ugh. You know, when I first started podcasting, my first podcast was alone. And for a small amount of time, I had a small run with 2 co-hosts. And then stuff happens. Then I did some cooking. But my brother thinks I should do art. It's also strumming. Ugh, see that? There you go. You said really light. My finger should be my. Yeah. That makes sense. See, I'm looking at. See, and he also told me, ooh, there's a sword on the back of that. He also told me to hold this so like here. I get more reach on it. And he wasn't wrong. He was absolutely right, as a matter of fact. I tried sitting out. I mean, I have to put a chair in my living room because I tried sitting watching Star Trek because I'm a huge Star Trek fan. Some Stargate, anything science fiction with a star in the name, Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate. I'm all over it. But my sofa sinks in, and it's really hard to like. I really do need a chair. First world problems. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's run through this and make sure we've got it in our head. I hope everyone had a good day today, man. We're coming up on closing time for some of us. Wow, we remember this time, guys, because like I said, every day you get better. You're better than the day you started. Every day you take up something, you get better. You can't help but get better. You learn more if you do it every day. And yeah, if I'm the worst guitarist, I'll still be a guitarist. That's where we're headed. You know what I'm saying? And I'll happy to have the title. I will absolutely be happy to be known as the worst guitarist, as long as I get to be a guitarist. But I don't think I will be the worst. I just think I'll be another cool ass dude who plays music, which is fucking awesome. And that's what I want. I want to know what I'm doing. Can I get all 3 of these? No, we can't. Yeah, 2 fingers. No, I was doing 2 fingers like this. I was doing this. So if I do this, I guess I should spin this around. So now I'm facing. That way you can see everything, and I'm not knocking 10 over. I mean, I would love to read out that book, but honestly, I'll read a page here on my page, but like a chapter in the introduction, but ugh, that's not good. Hey, good to see you. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Uh, so we're gonna put this on screen because that's just good. Uh, well, it'll only show up here, but I guess yeah. So palm muting. So and and alternate picking. Oh, oh. Where am I? It's gonna take a little bit, but we've got a few hours this morning. Let's come on some lights. Let's come on this light. It's sort of dark in here. Ah, so so there's this lady who walks her dog by my window every day, and she's always on the phone, and it's always sound like it's the most important phone. Good lord, man, the most important phone call she's taken like ever. Every day it sounds that way. I'm telling you, man, I feel like I walked through a spider web. All right, I'm not pulling anything off me though. All right, so we're gonna try alternate picking, and we're gonna do this good and slow and not buzz any of the other numbers. Start with a simple thing. Just play 4 notes on string 3, muting all other strings, and just play them until you have a good sound. 4 notes on string 3. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. 4 notes. Now I got you. I completely understand that. Oh, we should. Oh, wow, that is pretty. Let's try it down here. Let's do crabs. Bottom 3 strings. Ooh. All right, so let's turn on the metronome. Let's see, maybe we can get a little. All right, let's turn this down so it's not too loud for everybody. Slow it down a little bit. Let's keep it at 80. Let's turn it down a little. All right, so let's try just crabs for like 5 minutes. And was A on the last 3 strings, alternate picking, right? Oh, there are one. You need always mute the unplayed strings. Always mute them. Simultaneously. Let's put this. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put both of these up because this is. deal with alternate picking. Right. All right. So we're gonna do it. Fingers hit. Okay. I thought it was placement and then ring. You're saying it's. Hold on. All right. Is this out of tune? Ah, Jesus Christmas. This stand is crap. This otherwise, this thing is great, but the stand is horrible. Tuned it this morning. Jeez. Okay. Oh. When you are fine with these things, all four fingers on the third string, try these on another string. Muting. There should be no silent holes between the notes. I gotta turn off these alerts. Several months, really? That should take you several months. It's normal. This mute thing is genius, though. So ooh, ooh, ooh. I get it. All right. Third string, where are you? Here we go. Mute everything. But I'm not fingertipping. How do you do your fingertips if on the bottom three, if you have to mute everything? I don't really have to. Well, let's say it this way. Wow, this is going to be a beast up here. Simplify things as much as you can. Simplify things as much as you can. Don't try to play on many strings. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to simplify things up. One string it is. Third string, first, second, third, and fourth fret. See if we can get a little stretching in our hands done. And proper seating for this thing to angle it a bit. Right. Cool. Oh. All right. I'm not. I'm down picking only. I just realized that. Man, do I have to undo that? All right. All right. All right. I have to look at my fingers. Ooh, really? That is not easy to do. Let's try that again. Keep my fingers within striking distance of those notes. Wow, really? Okay. Just sort of hover right over it. Okay. Let's try with the gain on, like just not so loud to destroy the neighbors. All right. That makes sense. You want to be in striking distance and not want to be budging other strings. You want a clean tone. Yeah. I'm hitting the B string like every third. I'm trying to figure out which finger it is. Okay. So, well, I guess. Well, I guess that's also press them too tight because they're ringing out. Yeah, the strap. Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna have to freaking. Oh, okay. Now we gotta. Let's turn this down. I don't do it. You should not be supporting the neck with your left hand. It should be self-balancing. Wow, really? Okay. Huh. It should be self-balancing. So like right here. I guess that makes sense too. All right. All right. Self-balancing. Not too far away from the fret. You can't keep alternate picking. I need to slow down. Is what you're telling me? All right. Maybe I should turn the metro up. Ugh. That's a lot of information. So keep my hands close, strike them clear. Don't touch the other notes, and pick up and down. And don't lean over. Don't touch other notes. All right. I'm gonna have to tighten this. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. All right, let's move about 3 inches away. Am I gonna tighten this thing up? All right, maybe I can do it this way. No, because then I feel. Oh, this is. Is it? Is it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think I slow down. I found it easy to do if I speed it up. At the same time. Wow. Okay. Thanks for the advice, though, man. I appreciate you swinging through. Keep your fingers close to the fret. It should be self-balancing. All right. Up and down picking. Keep the gain on so you can hear your mistakes. Lay your fingers and mute the unused strings. Okay. Let's see if I can do this on a low tone. I want to thank him for coming through on the platform he was here on. So we're gonna go and thank. It's a for coming. All right, where's it? The chat. Thank you for coming through. Whoop. Let's not clang this against everything. Well, let's cut this off. And let's thank. It's all appreciative. Appreciative. All right, so we'll get rid of this because this will go all swanky. Oh, I didn't write. Well, I think he knows it was for him. I hope he has a good day. That's some good stuff. He came and gave good stuff. Yes, he came and gave. Whew, if I ever meet him, I'm gonna have to buy him more than one beer. I'm talking about like a case of good stuff. So let's do this with the gain up a little louder. Let's keep our fingers. Oh, hey, you're still here. Okay, so you're saying do this. No, no, hold it. And I want to get the same tone at the same time when I strike. Right, so it's. Let's slow this down a lot. Give this another run. How slow does it need to be? Right. Let's try this for 5 minutes. Oh well. Let's try it for 5 minutes. See if we can sort of not touch the other strings, not lean over backwards, all the stuff we were just told, right? And mute the strings that shouldn't be sounding. What is going on with this restreamer? All right. Let's do it. Third string, first fret. At the same time, let's review. We want a clean sound, but hit it at the same time. It should be self-balancing, so I shouldn't be holding the neck. All right. Ugh. All right. So that's about here. All right. And sit up straight. Up and picking up and down. Same time. Fingers close to the string. Wow. Oh. All right. So that's right. Missing them. The notes have to be clear. But since you've told me to tilt it 45 degrees, I'm hitting less other notes on purpose, which is weird. Not weird, but which is what is wanted. I gotta go slow to get it. Whenever I can't get it, I want to go fast, but I think, yeah, slow is probably will cook it in your brain better. Keep your finger close to the strings. Wow. All right. Nice. How do you mute them without? All right. All right. Well. Wow. Heard that. Wrong string. Wow. Maybe I should move it down so my fingers aren't so wide. Let's try that down here. Good Lord, what is this going on? All right, so we have been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. And this is practice, and it's going badly, but it's going. How do you do it without the pick sliding out of your hand? Tip, not the pad. I'm doing 2 strokes per beat because this is really fucking slow. Excuse me. Man, pretty impressive for a guy running on an hour of sleep. Just like mom used to make. All right, let's do 1 beat. And let's move up a little bit to 60. Where's this thing? Alternate picking, hover over the strings, self-balancing. Goodness gracious. Let's try the G string. Here we go. All right, I was off the okay. I'm slowly. All right. I'm having a sort of a problem just keeping my fingers closer to the strings without pressing. You know what I mean? Like I sort of want to have them out here, and I'm going to have my pinky like tucked way back, but I know that's not. Ugh. Sweet Jesus. I slid down one fret. Wow. All right. Let's. That was pretty good. So, what we're gonna have to do is actually do slow metronome work. Yeah. Uh, what go over what Issei told us today and yesterday, as a matter of fact. Try and keep our hands closer to the fret, like not tucked away out here, but sort of close within striking distance. I think we're gonna call it. Um, Practice. Ooh, look at that blisters coming in nicely. Look at that. Uh, and you can't see it. Practice with the gain up so you can hear when you inadvertently touch other strings. Guitar should be balanced. I should creep this up a little higher, but guitar should be balanced. And try to mute these things with your palm. Ew. I knew it was something. Clear the bell. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go do some stuff. We've been streaming for an hour and 25 minutes. We are going to learn this instrument. I recommend you do the same or similar-ish. Doesn't have to be this instrument. Could be any instrument. But it's likely good to take up a discipline and sort of chase it. You know what I mean? We're not always going to be the greatest. We're not all gonna. What's the word I'm looking for? We're not all gonna come at it in the same sort of direction. But the direction that you come at it to get you in the game, maybe all you need. It's an on ramp to like a brighter future. Why is okay? Hold on. I don't want this thing up too high, but seriously. Or maybe I should tilt this down a little bit. You want to do that? Now the half thing is on my forehead. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. All right, so let's slide back a little bit. Um, so what we want is good clear tone. You want the guitar to hover on its own essentially. All right, and also what we want to do is we want to hit the note and the string at the same time. We also want to mute the strings that we're not hitting. We want to do that with the index. What we don't want to do is so hard that it sounds them. This up and down picking thing is I'm gonna have to retrain myself out of this down plucking. I hear something. It's not the fan, it's not the computer, and it's not this amp, but it's something outside. It's a leaf blower. I knew it. It was just right under it. And I was like, what is that? It's a leaf blower. Clear tone. That's right. So I should mute the top string with my palm and the bottom string with my index finger so they don't sound. Do you know what I mean? And these with my heavy index, which I don't want to sound so. Do you guys hear it? And they will be out here for like, they'll stop this nonsense around about 7:30, and they'll start it at like 8 in the morning. And I'm like, really? I can't see them. I can hear the frick out of them though. All right. Okay, so he's I guess he's blowing shit off of people's cars. So when he walked by mine, I was like, okay, what is he doing? But he didn't do that to mine, so that must be what he's doing. Because I just drove in. Whatever was on my car shouldn't be on my car. Um, it is what it is. What it is, isn't it? You guys hear him? Oh, is he cleaning the car with the what's he doing? Get away from my get away from my car. Okay, so he's trying to get rid of all the pine cones. He's all in my grill with this blower. I guess he's cleaning up the car. But seriously, man, what are you doing? I don't know what the mission with that is. I mean, you're just blowing it random places with an air blower. I guess it's better than sweeping, but at least with sweeping, you put it in the pile and you took it away. Oh. All right, he's gonna come down here, so we have to close the windows. I mean, here's the thing: he's on the grass blowing this shit. Normally, you blow it in the parking lots or off the cement, but it's in the grass where it belongs. And then the mold will come and strip the glass and absorb it or take it away. We're gonna close that, and we're gonna close that. It's still gonna be loud AF. Bum, 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 bum. Give me a second. Woo, I should bring those French fries in here. That's what I should do. Oh my goodness. All right, several things are going on here. One, these fries are even good cold. He's not leaving. That thing is loud. Let me open the window for a second. I think he's leaving. Oh, he's coming back. This is what it is, man. First world problems, right? So, news. So, I think we are going to move the show. Pretty sure we're going to move the show. Come on, man. Again, we're going to move it to 6. That'll likely start Monday. So every day we're going to stream and tell you guys that the 4 o'clock show will be at 6. It's about dinner time. So you can have dinner, watch me muck it up, call in, phone in. He's making me crazy. He's right in my blind spot where my PC is. But what is he doing? Shouldn't he be gone? Doesn't matter. Let's close this. All right. Is he gone? Let's open it. As soon as I open it, he starts up again. I can't be mad at it, right? I'm not trying to be this guy. I'm not trying to be I think he's slowly getting further away. I'm not trying to be that North Korea cat who, if you sneeze or fall asleep at a meeting, they'll execute you, which happened. I think I'm seeing spider webs in random places just because I'm going nuts. Where's this guy? I mean, this place is full of lawn and trees. That job, you could do it all day, and tomorrow you'd have to do it all over again. It doesn't make any sense. Remember, intrepid guitar enthusiasts. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's a thing that we're doing. We're proud to do it. Totally ranked new at it. Really need a shave though. Uh, we're gonna write these things that we saw today. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Can y'all hear that? I don't know what he's up to. There doesn't seem to be a plan to this blower. Like it's not like he's walking down this clearing this side and going, he did all that in the parking lot, walked down my lane, walked back the way he came from, and started all over again. I mean, he could have. I don't know. It looks like somebody said, "Go busy yourself." Well, let's open this other window. All right. I can't hate a man on collecting a check. And it is what it is. I don't know if you can hear, but it's making me crazy. So, oh, ho, 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 ho. I was going to spin you around and let you see him, but I can't really see him, but I can. Oh, I can see him. That thing is loud AF. He's got to be about, you know what? The next thing I buy is going to be one of three things. It's going to be a telescope, so I can go and check some of the celestial shit out, which is owl shit. And they have the one where you can fix it to your phone, so you can use your phone as a viewfinder and also take pictures of video of like the moon. Right? I'm gonna get one of those, but I'm also gonna get a rangefinder. I like to play this game called Armor. It's a military sim game, and you can learn all this military stuff just by playing that game. It's friggin' sweet. It's so sweet. But you can't play it on Haps because Haps goes wonky if you open up another tab with a video in it like this. Watch you go. Here we go. That's pretty good. Such a good. There you go. There you go. So while we stop this. Da-da-da. Your internet connection is good. Yeah. It's connected to the router. It don't make any sense. Oop, what is this? Okay. All right. That's the Haps. Good Lord, man. There's a lot going on here in this thingamabob, but we like it. So let's go back here. All right. So whatever. We're an hour and 45 minutes into this stream. We're taking just a small break, but I want to thank Izzy. He comes through and he always gives me good advice. I so wish I could somehow pay back the favor. Maybe in a year I won't be a shitty guitarist. That maybe that'll be the favor. But when I owe that guy like a nice bottle of something that he drinks, if it's alcohol or apple cider, as we used to say, you know what I'm saying? If it's AA, it's apple cider. If you don't drink vodka, it's apple cider. But if you fucking with it, then it's whatever spirit, and it's given in with respect and good intention. Because man, he put a lot of good shit in the chat here for me, who's a brand newbie. You know what? When I started playing video games and the term noob came out, I was noob in every game I played for like forever. But this I am truly a noob at, and I'm really enjoying being a noob at it. Remember, you won't ever be as bad as the first day you started anything. Your first day is the worst you'll ever be at it. Whether you're building model airplanes or those little robots I wanted to get into, looked around, tried to find a way to get into that. Still want to get into that, building robots, you know. But yeah, let's maybe we should start some clubs. Let's try and investigate that. See if we can start one club on Meetup. But you know what? Today I ran into a store, supermarket, big place, without a mask on. Totally forgot it. I left it in the car. The first time I walked into a public place without a mask since last March. And I was like, I'm only going to pick up 3 things. And all the while I was thinking, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. And by that I mean like coronavirus. But I was like, mm-hmm. And what did I get? I got low-fat mozzarella cheese sticks. I got some cheese Triscuits because I found that those are excellent if I don't have anything in the house to nibble on. Plus, I can take the low-fat mozzarella cheese sticks and throw it on some bread. You throw it in the I forget the name of it. Anyway, with a little a naan. Throw it on like heat up the naan so it puffs up. Throw a little I don't use pizza sauce. I just use tomato sauce on the freaking. Isn't tomato sauce the original pizza sauce? What's special about pizza sauce? All the ingredients, yeah, but you can do that yourself. I've got, you know, I'm thinking about putting a glass, not a glass, one glass marble or silicone or metal ball or something in my sauce shaker where I mix my garlic powder, equal parts garlic powder and onion powder because I like those two. But they harden up, and then it's just what am I supposed to put in there? A wet something to keep it moist? That's ridiculous. What am I supposed to seal it? There's already air in there that will suck out the moisture. When am I supposed to put a moisture packet in there? No, I just put some hard two metal marble things in there, shaky, shaky, crunch, crunch, and then do that. But I'm always thinking tiny little metal fragments. I was gonna put glass, I have a little glass fragments. You know, I'm sort of a wonky old lady sometimes, which is a good thing because I'm looking out for you as I try to learn something. Don't I give you good advice? You know why I give you good advice? Because I'm a fan of. I'm a fan. I'm your Russian grandma. I'm your Jewish grandma. Come give Grammy a kiss, boobala. And in conclusion, before we go back to it, because we're going back to it, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that slow mo again for like another 15 minutes, and then we're gonna try that slow mo technique on the pentatonic. Because I'm telling you, when he told me to shift, I started hitting. It wasn't so hard to make the notes ring clearly. What I have a problem with is this slow ass metronome. But in order to do what we're trying to do, I can't rush it. I'm sure some people are slow naturally, not what I'm saying, and they're like, you got to speed up to catch the metronome, and other people are always rushing, and then they have to take a fucking breath and slow down. So some people may have to learn to play at like 100 because they're so good at like 80 and 70 and 60 and super good at 30, and I have to learn how to play at like 30 just to kind of like slow the f up and sort of wait. And I know it's important because I know once people play together, everybody has to keep the one uniformity. Here come the oh my god, these guys! Here come the grass mower, but he's dropping like it's an Indianapolis 500, and the glass front that cuts the grass isn't on it, so it's just like these giant fat wheels in the back, and these giant little wheels, and just like, ripping through the street at like 4 miles an hour. Ah. Come on, guy energy, man. Just goofy shit we do. Why is he doing that? Because it's essentially a car or a go-kart. I get it. I feel you. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But okay, you know what we're gonna do? Here it is. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna buy 50 of those little door hangy things that you put up with tape. No, I can't put them up because the fucked up thing about those is they sound good, but they rip the paint off the wall in moist climates like this. Ooh wee! What is the temperature outside? Oh, now you're not going to say anything. I have them both cut off, but every now and then this one kicks on. What's the temperature outside?
It's about 91 degrees outside.
91 degrees. What's the high today?
The high temperature will be 93 degrees today.
Well, how come it says 91? What's the humidity outside?
The humidity will be up to 70% today.
Hey, 7 o'clock this morning, the humidity was 81%. And I think that's because there's dew in the air. We all remember our earth sciences in seventh grade, right? I mean, not seventh grade, like fifth grade, right? Um, clouds, moisture, rain. The more clouds you have in the sky where you live, the more likely you have more rain, right? Are there clouds in California or is it just blue sky and sun? Think about it. Do you see clouds on the horizon where it rains over the ocean, but not over the land? Think about it. This is not hard, people. Shit is not hard. Here's my secret tip to you. I think that we've made the human race so soft that there are so many people here that should not be here. I think we're looking at a giant die off. I don't know if it's the pandemic or it'll be a war or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of people, and who am I? I'm not choosing anybody. Don't say that I'm sitting here going get rid of these people. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who exist today who just 50 years ago wouldn't have. 50 years ago? When did we start this? 50 years ago was the 60s. Let's say 70 years ago, the 30s, where polio swept through and it was knocking people out. Right. So I'm glad that we're making these strides. Don't get me wrong. But if we're making these strides, we shouldn't be still fighting it out like it's a fucking fifth century, right? Jews against Muslims against Christians, right? So yeah, fix the shit, and then let's all go to Mars. First, we all got to go to the moon because that's I think 3 days away, and then we'll all go to Mars. And I think Mars is, I want to say 6 months away. How far is Mars? Okay, we're gonna take a sidetrack because that's what we do on this show. All right. How far is Mars? Wait. Oh, good Lord. How far is the moon by spaceship? Right? 240,000 miles. Yeah, we know that. We didn't ask that. That's not what we asked. It takes about 3 days for a spacecraft to reach the moon. Okay, so hey, come on, give me credit. 3 days, I called it, right? So how far is the moon by spaceship? How far is Mars by spaceship? Okay, Mars is 55 million miles away. I did not know that. When you consider the fact that Mars is only 55 million kilometers, that's kilometers. All right, wait a minute. We are Americans. We don't fuck with kilometers. But if you're going to be a Google, which is American, you could give us both. Maybe you'll slowly educate people instead of just slowly acquiescing to the Europeans. You weak bastards. All right, here we go. What is 55 million kilometers in miles? I want to say it's 35.
34,175,415.57 miles.
I said 35. It's 34 million. Wait, hold on. Sweet Jesus. How much was I off by? Oh man. Let's try it again. How far is 50? Well, what is 55 million kilometers in miles?
34,175,415.57 miles.
I was off by 900,000 miles. Come on. I said 35. It's 34. Didn't we have this conversation about how guesstimating is a lost art form? Because in guesstimating, you have to know enough about loose measurements. When we do it with time, I'll be back in a minute and a half, and I'm always dead on. You got to be able to do it with time. You got to be able to guess in a decent like if I was a gambler and I'm not, this isn't gambling. These are like. Here he comes again with his blower. Like I used to be able to guess like a person's height and weight, height within 3 inches and weight within 5 pounds. And that is not easy to do. And with women, I'd be able to guess their height, their weight, and their breast size. Just because you can look at them. And some things you can't tell, like a giant sweater, a giant hoodie. But most women wear form-fitting stuff. Like now, especially nowadays with all this spandex on. But back then, women would wear like nice, shirt, and I'm like, and they were like, no way, and I was like, and I would do it in bars okay, I'll do it. You guys buy me a beer. It's just a weird loose trick. But you go, You'll see some horrible thing. You go, the dude who robbed the store was about 5'8". How do you know that? Well, because I'm 5'9", right? And so he wasn't much bigger than me. And he must have been about 250. How do you know that? Well, I'm about 200 now, and he was like a little heavier than me. He was a little meatier than me. Oh, all right. Versus if you're 5'1", you go, oh, that dude was 5. How do you know? Well, my brother's a big dude, right? And he's 6'4". But my cousin who hang out with us, he's between us, and I know we always go who's taller, and they always try, So we know, right? Women the same thing. I hate to say it, but breasts only come in so many sizes, ladies. Um, and just like there's only so many sizes of men, right? We go from short, right, to about, I want to say 5'5" is short. Really, really short for a man is 5'3". For women, I'd say 5'4", 5'5" is about average, right? Short for a woman is like 4 foot, right? No, not 4 foot, but like 4'8", right? Who do I know who's short? Who do I know who's 4'6"? I know someone who's 4'6", but the average lady is about 5'2". But there are shorter ladies than 5'2", right? So they get into the 4'10" space. So all these things, right? You know how big people are. You can go. I mean, you don't have to ask them how much do you weigh, but you know a big dude. Oh yeah. Well, my cousin is 6'3", but my other cousin is 6'3", but he's like diesel. Oh, and somebody go, oh, so 5'11" fit, 5'11" medium fat, and 5'11" tiny and slim. You know this. You do. You've seen it enough. You just don't know how to guesstimate it. And guesstimate it is kind of like I say, it's an art. It's fun. It's like guessing colors, and I guess musicians do it with ear training and shit like this. But it's sort of like how much you know about a topic, about people. I bet you know your friends enough to go drink every time so and so tells you his story about how he's a vegan, right? I mean, it becomes a thing, but I think people are happy to not know shit. They don't, well, I'm not a people. I'm a people. They don't, I mean, those who don't like to read, and this is the internet, right? There's more shit on it than you could possibly imagine. What are you interested in? And go investigate it. But I mean, it can't just be politics and hating your fellow American, or hating the Europeans, or hating the French, or hating the Germans, or hating the whoever, or being a sycophant and loving Europe, the French, loving the English, loving the whatever, and hating the exact opposite. Just think for, I'm not saying think for yourself. I'm sure you do think for yourself. I'm just saying there's other shit on the internet other than stuff that you normally occupy yourself with. I love nature stuff. I love quirky facts. Like I love a good fact show. There's several shows on YouTube that I love. One is the History Guy. It's 15 minutes. He tells you about history, and it's always interesting. It's always interesting, and it's a little 15-minute tidbits that you'll walk into a party back in the olden days when parties were a thing, and just be like, and that's the stuff that I used to just love. As a kid, I used to just read the encyclopedia when I wasn't running around being crazy. Just sit in the living room and read it. And it was like 10 years out of date. There was so much information I would still get like the latest old encyclopedia because one, there's something about having a tactile interaction with an object, right? So you can flip through a book, you can touch it with your paper. You can, well, the phone is for like cutting papers and one of those things, make origami, right? I mean, it's a tool, right? Everybody's lazy with their tools. The gun is the laziest thing in the world. Had this argument with my nephew about how easy a gun is to use. We're like, no, it's not. I was like, dude, it's easier to use a gun than to teach somebody how to drive, right? I was like, all you have to do to use a gun, and everybody thinks driving is easy. All you have to do to use a gun, and I gave him this example. I said, you're standing at the top of the stairs, right, with your woman, and you go, here's this gun, right? Because bad guys are coming in. All I need you to do is stand here, depending on the gun you are. If it's a revolver, stand here. Whoever pokes their head around us to try to just shoot them. I know to come get you. I'm gonna get the baby and the car keys and rack a shotgun on or whatever, right? But I need you to stand here because there's only two of us and we got babies, while I go do this that you don't know anything about. You can have your woman, I'm assuming it's a lady, if maybe it's a lady vet and her husband is a librarian, right? And she tells him the same exact thing. Good Lord, now I got a loose hair in my eye. And the idea is that you stand at the top of a step and you'll tell her this, exactly this. It takes 10 seconds to bring you up to speed on a gun. 15 seconds if you're not an asshole. And I'll explain that. You point down say anybody who stick their head around is a bad guy. You fire off a round. It's going to kick. Don't scream. Don't panic. Don't let it go. Bring it right back down. It's going to, try. Don't, you want your arms to be loose and steady, but not tight, right? And you want to pull on, you want to squeeze on the trigger, not pull it. So you tell them those two things, and whoever sticks their head around there will at least get afraid of that shot coming at them. You can hold them off. Simple as that, right? That's what you tell them. But if you want to be like, you got to tell them like, don't be an asshole. Tell them about the sound it's gonna make. It's gonna deafen them for a second. It's gunpowder residue may get in their eyes. They're not wearing goggles, right? But still, the gun is gonna kick. But try and teach somebody how to drive in 10 seconds. Go ahead, there it is. Operating a gun is an idiot can do it. There's a video online where an African soldier, they were all hanging out, drinking, messing with the monkeys, and the monkey grabbed the gun, and they like scattered, and then yeah, because it scared the monkey too. But anybody can pull a trigger, and it's that fucking simple. Versus anything else, right? I would say that scissors, when used correctly, are more complicated than any gun, right? Guns are point and click, like computers. It's point and click. It's a mouse. But like origami or, you see Adam Savage making stuff with these tools. Craftsmanship, finger dexterity, hand-eye coordination, all those things. But a gun, I just get a loose idea of where you are, and I'll shoot some rounds at you with my AR or whatever, and I've got you tucked down. It's like a Western. Now you need people with bigger shit to come and get me. Helicopters and UAVs and all this shit. But guns are super simple to operate. And all these guys talking like, I look at guns like a hammer. We're sort of off topic. I look at guns like a hammer. I'd like to have more than one hammer, the tiny little ones, but like big. But at the end of the day, I only think I need two. I even have a mallet, but I only need like the 3 hammers I've got. I don't need 700 hammers. I only have 2 arms. So yeah, I don't want a revolver. I want something with a lot of rounds in it. But I know revolvers are super this and super that. But but if I'm using it and not to make up for my own ego, I'm using it for what it's intended for. Then what I want is automatic handgun, right? 2 of those, one to backup, and then my backup will likely be a revolver with a speed loader. And I would want a rifle, as they call it, a long gun. Uh, yeah, but why would I need a long gun? Who am I holding off? Most gunfights take place within 10 feet of each other. Yeah. Or most killings take place like, give me your wallet, boom. That's not 1,000 feet away. That's not 50. That's like within 6 feet of you. It is what it is, man. Person. So we need to go to Mars, right? So this whole thing started by going to Mars, getting all together. Back to the origin point of this conversation was enough with all the war crap, right? What we need to do is all get together, right? That's the plan. Go to Mars, like Star Trek, Star Wars, without the giant war, and then go to the moon, which is 2 days away, and then go to Mars. How long does it take to get to Mars? Journey is about 115 days. 115 days is 3 months and 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's 4 months and 3 days. So yeah, getting to Mars is 4 months and 3 days. So if you have an emergency, it's much easier to get to you 2 days away than freaking 4 months away. How far is Earth from? Okay, everybody just calm down. I was just kidding. What distance spacecrafts have to travel from Earth to Mars? Answer none. The distance from Earth to Mars is 136,000 miles, 136 million miles. A spacecraft travels at 31,000 miles per hour. Yeah. Yeah, no. What you need to do is be able. Look, this is what's going on here. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. 4 months is not bad. Traveling to, if you know your history, traveling from England to the New World, from Southampton to the New World, Jamestown, took about 4 months, and you were isolated. And but that's how this shit gets started. The earlier version of what they were saying was, "We want you to go to Mars to die." Remember that? Let's look that up. And I was like, and I was saying back then, who the fuck? Why don't you go then? How are you sending someone to Mars to die? And I think I said a couple of days ago, you forever tank going there if that's the point. You got to be able to send somebody there and get them back. Even if you think they're going to go out there and die, you don't fucking tell them that. People are like, oh my God. Uh, go to Mars, right? Go to Mars to die. Let's see if that comes up, because it's going to be something. I think it was put up by NASA too. April 20, Elon Musk reminds us that a bunch of people will likely die. How to die on Mars? Elon Musk says. Elon Musk says no. It wasn't a raffle, but it was, you could win a trip to, was it Mars or the Moon? To die, right? Yeah, 2015. This was why thousands of people are willing to die on Mars. Oh my God. My God. I'm sorry. More than 200,000 aspiring space explorers volunteered for a one-way trip to Mars. Are they insane? A one-way trip. A what? They told you it was a one-way trip. And I was like, and I remember one young woman, I hate to be sexist about it, but she was beautiful. And she was obviously super intelligent. And I was like, the shit you have to offer the world, why are you willing to die on Mars? Right? And I just wondered about her headspace. I know geniuses are a different breed, but I was like, no, I get that you want to go. I get, you obviously have the mental facility and you look great on a poster inspiring young ladies and all that, but not to go out there and die. I was instantly offended for her. Right? I was like, she instantly reminded me, I guess, of all the promise of all these, because at that time, this was 2015. This is like, Lord, this is like 8 years ago, when my nieces were just going to college or graduating now. But I was like, this is outrageous. A reality television show about first interplanetary town in history. He figures he could be worth much more. At least 6 or 7 billion necessary to build and launch the payload. The idea of it, go to Mars to die, meet the Mars candidates. And about a year in, they canceled it because I think the stench of it was fucking unbearable. Like, at the end of the day, you are still a human being, and you may not respect life and the trees and the buffaloes, but you do respect your own, right? And when people start telling you, "Hey, go to this place to die," the majority of people, I mean, a lot of people go, "Well, they're stupid if they go," but they wouldn't go, right? But other people have a little more empathy, would go, "What kind of person would do that?" And then those who have a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Those who, let's say, a big mouth, will not let it rest, and I think that's what happens. So you get of all the society, yeah, half of them will go, "Yeah, they're stupid for going. I wouldn't go." That's in a way of saying that my life is sacred, to let someone else take the risk. Other people would have enough empathy to go, "That's ridiculous," which implies they wouldn't go. And then, why are you doing this to these people? You know what I mean? So yeah, and it wasn't just like a handful of people. It was a ton of people who, all negative and positive, all got the same bearing on whoever idea this was. And it was just kind of like, this is stupid to send people, even the idea of it. I mean, the idea, they attacked the idea so virulently. I didn't hear much about the program. I just was stopped at the idea that you're going to have this 200,000 people try to win this position of, I think, 20 people or so to go to Mars to die. And then I just had images of like 1,000 science fiction movies in my head where all of that shit broke down, you know, and you're trapped in a place and people are being murdered, and the last feat we get is let's call, they always call it something patriotic, so let's call it yeah, Jamestown. It'd be like Jamestown, Mars, or something. Jamestown, this is Earth. Come in, Jamestown. This is our first communication, worldwide global vision. And then like it slowly comes in, and you just see blood and gore everywhere, and the captain's half his face is missing. And he's sitting there talking some bullshit with a gun in his hand. I had to kill my first officer. They ate my dog. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And you can't get there to change anything, to bring law and order. You can't to bring at least bring order back to the situation. Yeah, go to Mars to die. What is wrong with you people? I just wanted like, and the idea that you could float that and keep a job or not be. I mean, it was floated. I don't know, man. Some of this stuff is sinister. You're like I spoke about it earlier. This tower collapse in Miami. People should be arrested. There was all manner of life in that place. Everything from goldfish to cats and dogs to people's grandbabies to babies' grandparents to babies' parents. You know what I mean? From couples to people dating to fiancés to single people, all dead in that rubble because someone. I don't want to say they cut corners, but they cut corners. You know what I'm saying? It's just so sinister. And the idea that you can just have a lawyer not, I would say, subvert justice, that you don't pay a price for this is ridiculous. And it always happens. I remember there was a scaffolding fall, I want to say in Utah. Nobody goes to jail for this stuff. You could drop a bridge on a school full of babies and someone who does not come to the camera for his company or crew will release a statement. Just as fucking worded statement, no picture, no body associated with it at all. Just saying how we respect life and how we feel. Oh, we're just so terribly happy. Meanwhile, on the other side of that, you know, you can't get dental from the company, and they're trying to crush their union, and they only want to pay you $2 an hour. So you know the people, you know the game is being played. Woo wee! Look. The last time I got an hour of sleep, I think I must have gained like. I started gaming at like 7, and then I stayed up to like, I want to say 2 in the morning. And that was a long time ago. We were playing Insurgency. Then we started. Oh man, Insurgency was the best game. And then Insurgency Sandstorm, which was, man, his Jeep is so much better than mine. It's all black on black with black wheels. Mine's is black with silver wheels and silver trim, and I feel like a bitch now. I may have to get some work done on my car just because. I'm an envious girl. That's the way that works. We're gonna get back to it. That was some pretty good politicking, right? Remember, man, have your own. I'm sorry, man. It could be late. Have your own opinion about the world. I know TV is always trying to get you to believe stuff about people, about celebrities, about politicians, about this foreign entity, whether they're our allies or our enemies. But do your own homework. FBI made fundamental errors. Yeah, the FBI has a civil rights division, which is apparently some blind cripple guy who's deaf that they keep in the super sub basement uh, with a typewriter. Actually, with a computer not connected to anything, with no power. Because, man, they are missing a lot of blatantly obvious shit. How is that my problem? Yeah, you raise the best kids. Aiden Fauci said, "How is that my problem?" when informed of Tristan Bailey's death. I don't, but he's a teenage murderer. I wouldn't expect him to be a master of deception. I expect him to say something selfish and teenage, right? That doesn't mean, That doesn't mean he's evil. Just that doesn't mean he's not intelligent or not savvy or is extra evil because he said that. He's a smug teenager. He's gonna say that, right? A more, I mean, he killed that young girl. I don't know if he killed that young girl. I'm always, but at the end of the day, a young lady is dead, and we got questions for you, young man. So explain yourself. And here's the sinister game. The people who are telling you 17, 18, 20 year olds did this are always like these 40 and 50-year olds men who've got a lot of fucking experience running these games on people. And that's a lot of part of the problem. That's one of the problems. Another one of the problems I see is they hire these ex-military guys who come in needing a psychiatrist, and you let them loose. From what I understand, right, and from where I worked. I'm not saying where you worked or any other part of the country, and you let them loose on this population that you despise. Sweet Jesus. 22 years, good Lord. Yeah, I don't know, man. The stuff people do is just showy bullshit. It has nothing to do with moving any social or racial bar for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust you anymore. So let's play guitar. Do you want to be like this? What was I gonna get? I was gonna get a soda. All right. Y'all could have told me that this fell. I'll be back in like 15 seconds. All right. I know I said 15 seconds, but I ran into some French fries, and I hate to say it, but that cost me like 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Woo-hoo-wee. So what's going on here? Well, what is going on here is we have been streaming for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Uh, we probably got another hour to go. We're taking sort of a short break. The thing about streaming 3 hours and trying to play guitar, you can take like a 15-minute sort of time out, but you couldn't take a 15-minute time out in your 45-minute guitar drills, right? Guitar teacher like deal. So we stopped. We did some discussion. We talked about politics, celebrities. We talked about current events, which is a building collapsing on people sleeping. I mean, good Lord. We've been lucky. Normally, when bullshit like this happens, it happens while people are at work, right? Every now and then you get a bridge collapse in broad daylight. People are traveling to and from. You're like, holy fuck. But imagine living in a high rise building, laying down to go to sleep. I think it fell at like 10 o'clock at night. It wasn't 2 in the morning. Let's look it up. Okay. Building collapse timeline. Yeah, so it'll tell us what happened. 12-story condo building. Unexpected collapse the morning of June, killing at least 11 people. Yeah, 11 people. 150 still unaccounted for. Unanswered questions begin timeline. The Chapman Tower was kind of went up in 1991. I mean, what? Okay. October 2020. People, you should be asking questions of everybody. Day before the collapse. All right. Just tell me the time. 1:20 a.m. I thought it was 10. But who's awake but me at 1:20 a.m.? And even if you are awake, you're in your PJs doing what? Internet surfing, and then all of a sudden you hear crack, boom, and the next person you're talking to, 1:20 in the morning. People should be arrested. It's fucking ridiculous. This is what you get when you let people rig the system so old people can stay in power and raid the stock market and talk about abortion for 20 and 30-year-old women 30 years after they've even had to worry about this shit. These old ass people. It's really depressing. They offer no solutions. So yeah, I'm gonna vote for you. You should run for something. Or you should learn guitar with me. Either one of those. Do both of those. The cool thing about this is there's a dimple, so you know how far you can smoke it down before the cardboard hit. Before the cardboard hits. All my boys is counter programming me right now. So yes, the news is we're gonna move the show next Monday to 6 p.m. So it'll be 7 a.m. and then 6 p.m. What's up, Charles? How you doing, man? So we're gonna move the show from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. around dinner time, and then we can all because at 4 I was like getting hungry. I was like, oh man, the restaurant that I like opens at 5. So this way it'll give me time to eat and probably run my mouth someplace else, work out a little bit. But yeah, Monday. We could do it tomorrow, but we want to give cats notice. We don't want to move it around like a wild person. I got to go into Twitch and change that again. So, what have we learned today, boys and girls? We learned, where's that guitar? Woo-hoo. Oh, this is CBD. It's 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 essentially it's hemp. Uh, well, no, it's hemp because hemp you can make rope out. You can smoke hemp too, uh, but it doesn't have as much THC in it. So they you can get the hemp flower or you can get decarbonized THC at the CBD place, right? But that's what this is. Uh, is yes, it's all natural. So here's the difference. Um, First of all, don't smoke. Smoking is bad for you. But my philosophy is smoking and making wine, right? And mushrooms have been around since the dawn of man. I don't so much mind those. I think those are natural coping things versus the pills and the right. So that's just my philosophy. Um, this doesn't get you high though, right? And it's not a carcinogen, so it doesn't give you cancer. Like weed doesn't give you cancer. It doesn't leave tar in your lungs or any of that. Um, so yeah, I smoke these CBD cigarettes that I roll myself. And again, but again, I don't have a problem with weed. I mean, yeah, that's cool. No, I'm not. I didn't feel you judging me, but and I'm not. That's not to say that I don't smoke weed if I've got any. I mean, it's legal to do here, and weed is just as good as I like whiskey and weed and women. So what's wrong with it? But you can't smoke every day, and this is a well. I guess like oh my god, did I just do that? I just did that. You can't smoke every day. Well, I guess you can smoke every day. Um, at least I can't smoke every day and do something constructive. So this is it. But I can't smoke on the weekends. And just tear this shit up. I mean, though, it's your life. George Washington, the founder, smoked whiskey. Exactly. George Washington, the founder, had. Did he make whiskey? Was it beer or whiskey? I think he made whiskey, and he grew weed. So yeah, George Washington. Salute you, my man. I don't want to slander his name, but let's look up George. Did George Washington grow weed? Or well, first we'll do two things. We'll ask the simple question: did George Washington make whiskey at Mount Vernon? George Washington owned and operated a commercial distillery. George Washington held an enlightened, modern attitude toward the consumption of alcohol. He enjoyed a variety of beverages. I like it. Did George Washington and grow weed? There's no truth to the statement that George Washington grew marijuana. His hemp crop was strictly industrial strain needed for production of rope, thread, canvas, and other industrial applications. Yeah, something told me they wrote that before weed became legal every place. And now, in like 15 years, when they update this, did George Washington grow hemp or cannabis? Cora. A home There are 30 varieties of hemp plant. Only a few have sufficient high levels of THC to affect the brain, and those are what cannabis have come to refer to. Washington ran a very small operation at Mount Vernon plantation, testing various crops and then processing them to much higher values, like becoming the largest whiskey distiller and bottler, for example. But I don't no disrespect to George Washington, but Martha Washington was a giant heiress. You know what I'm saying? It's like marrying like Jeff Bezos' daughter and then, running for office and winning while you made beer in your basement bathtub. It's not quite the same. George Chimney Washington. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, George Washington was getting it on. So something tells me they're all like, oh, he only grew hemp. But if he knows hemp, he knows the weed. Something tells me there was no prohibition against it. And it grew every place. It grew every place. It was only made illegal in the 30s, right? Yeah, in the 30s, after the stock market crash. A sort of a way to like get yourself famous in town was to like the mobsters talk about how bad they were, and others would either be a singer, dancer, but politicians had to vilify something. So they vilified jazz music, which was new then, right? And weed that those jazz musicians smoked. 90 years later, here we are, token up. We're all on marijuana. President's kiss on heroin. Don't even ask me what's up. Oh yeah. That's why I say, Charles, don't go near it. If you find any, you send it to me and I'll help you out. Right? Because I'm there for you. Oh, it's bad stuff, people. Oh man. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't save you. I guess what you find, then you'll have to dispose of it yourself, right, Charles? I have a disposal unit right here. So if you see any, send it to me. I will put it in this disposal unit. First, I will burn it with this. I will incinerate it with this. Put it in my disposal unit. It may take a few minutes, and I may need some chips while I do this. But yeah. Yeah, it's not for everybody. And the thing about weed and now CBD, which doesn't have anything in it's a body high, you can, if you know how to smoke, I used to be a tobacco smoker. You can have this all be CBD and with a little weed or half weed or whatever your deal is. I just think it's amazing now. Because I always thought not everything is for everybody, but if you could little dose weed, right, without like job implications, but instead of having the whole joint, if you could just take like a small hit on your Gandalf pipe and be fine. That should be it. I mean, you'll build up a tolerance. I don't think you may want to, but I mean, whoo, that's pretty good. I'm of the age of like I was telling some, people on stream the other day. I'm from the age when the adults, everyone smoked weed back in the '70s, even though it was illegal. Black Panthers were everywhere. Flower children were everywhere. Um, and they would get weed in these little. It looked like little. They were exactly little Manila envelopes. They were about an inch high. Yeah, but I think my real vice is whiskey. Like I love whiskey. Oh man, if I could get land, I would have a distillery in my basement. It would be the chemistry that I dig. I like whiskey and I like plants. So I would have a giant garden growing stuff, and I would have some sort of beer or whiskey distillery. Because I think it would be fucking balling ass awesome as I learned guitar in the backyard. That's the plan. I should probably get on it. I'm not getting any younger. Um, well, yeah. So the society, I wouldn't say it's crumbling, but it needs to really get its shit together. um, and like this restaurant that I used to go to, I got two of these dishes and they were expensive. They were $15 a piece. I was like, $30. I went and I ordered there today, got the same thing. It was $53. I was like, what? Apparently, you can't get all this stuff because people aren't on supply lines. Not just truck drivers, but people to process meat quick because they want to do something else, and people who pick tomatoes or whatever in the fields of grapes, like not Che Guevara, he was Cuban. Uh, but what did they pick in? What is the civil rights guy name who's Mexican American? In I want to say the mid '70s. Uh, who picked? They picked. What did they pick in Florida? There wasn't grapes. Was it grapes? Cesar Chavez, right? But what did they pick? Jalapenos. Was it jalapenos? Cesar Chavez. We don't want to work for $3 an hour in the sun. We want a little more, and we want dental. And corporate was like, "Get the fuck out of here." Cesar Chavez from their air conditioned apartments. Cesar Chavez was an American labor leader and civil rights activist, along with Dolores Huerta, 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 I think, co-founded the National Farm Workers Association, which later merged with the Agricultural Workers Organization Committee to become the United Farm Workers Labor Union. God bless them. Yeah, men like this is what we need in America. Women like that is what we need in America. Yeah, they stop people from working for $2 an hour with no health care. I mean, gotta give the man credit. So, grapes, right? It was I've heard of them, but it was picking grapes, right? Yeah, it was grapes. But that's what happens, man. It becomes like that fight, that struggle that makes America great. No one tells you about it, so they can keep selling you Nike sneakers and shit, right? If you felt all these fights, you would have a different view of your country. But instead, all you get is, hey, look, we skateboard, you got freedom, we go to the movies, we did buy whatever, and people, yeah, hey, that's pretty good. But then all this other stuff happens, you go, and then it happened in your lifetime, but we never focus on it. And maybe we shouldn't focus on it, but maybe we should focus on it some. I mean, I don't want to dwell. Maybe we should focus on it, but not dwell on it. And I think that's the problem. I think we should have focused on it, fixed it, and then we wouldn't have to fucking keep talking about it. He said, puffing on a magic cigarette. Here's the thing. I was just talking about clouds and how you don't have any clouds and how you don't have any rain. I hear thunder. I hear thunder off in the distance. Meanwhile, California is on fire. It's just the whole environment is so ridiculous. Really, jalapenos is where it's at. What really? So I don't know much about jalapenos. I know that they're all hot. Um, I don't do hot. I do like pepper flakes. I like that, and I like hot sauce. But it's hard to gauge jalapenos for me. Maybe is there a super mild jalapeno, and what recipe can I put it in? They're the better version of peppers. Well, here's the thing: peppers. I don't know even why they call them peppers. They're not hot. I used to cut up peppers and eat them raw because they're sweet, sort of sweet, and they're full of water, right? So, I mean, you can dip them, but they're not hot. Green peppers, bell pepper. I'm thinking bell peppers. Here we call them paprikas, right? Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, paprikas are different. Paprikas are totally different. Bell peppers are like the big peppers that you get on. They come in red, yellow. They're great in a salad because they add all this color. But yeah, bell peppers are just full of water and they're super sweet and they're crunchy AF. So they're an excellent snack to have in the house. But like all fruit, you got to eat them within a day or two. I'll go, oh, wow, I need bell peppers, and I'll put them up and I won't touch them. Then I come back 3 days later and they're green. No, what is herbal salt? Let's look that up. I use what salt is that? I have a salt grinder. Where's that salt from? Everybody's using it. It's like pink salt or whatever. Okay. Herbal salt. Oh, right. Okay, I don't use this, but I have seen this. So it's salt with other herbs in it. Herbal salt, herbal sea salt. BCR, no shit, salt free seasoning. Vogel organic. A general use of herbs or plants with savory or aromatic properties that are used for flavoring and garnishing food, for medical purposes or for fragrances, excluding vegetables and other plants consumed for macronutrients. Culinary use typically distinguishes herbs from spices. Culinary use. So an herb versus a spice. Okay, herbs and spices. Okay, right. No, that makes sense. In general, let's read that again. Vegetable. In general, herbs are vegetable. In general, use herbs are plants that are savory or aromatic. All right, they kick up dishes that. But how is that different from spices that are used for flavoring, garnishing food, medical purposes? All right, other plants consume macronutrients. Oh, it's different from other plants. So you use a little of this. You're not going to eat a whole bowl full of thyme, right? So you just sprinkle it on something versus eating a bowl full of carrots or onions or. All right, that makes sense. All right, okay, I got it. Spices are vegetables with a little sprinkling versus herbs, which wait, hold on. Herbs are the same thing, but okay, versus macronutrient vegetables, which are what we just talked about. All right. Good lord. It's like spicy salt put in any vegetable and becomes edible except carrot. Nothing can save carrot. You know what you gotta do? You gotta cook them in butter. It makes them soft and sweet. And then you eat them in rice. Or maybe what would you put that on? I mean, honey, I mean, sugar carrots. How do you make sugar carrots? Sweet roast carrot. I used to love carrots. Brown sugar glazed carrots, honey, garlic butter, roasted carrots, honey roasted. Yeah, you gotta roast some mofo's in butter. Like Broccoli is the best, just like straight steamed and then hit with like a ton of butter. Uh, Nothing can save Kara. Difference in hermaphrodites is non-existent for me, for men. It's like how women know all the names of the shades of a color, and then the men. Yeah, exactly, bro. I can't stand carrots. It's legit disgusting. All right. Uh, I feel that. What don't I like? I don't like scallops. I don't like scallops, the fish kind, or scallop the onions. So yeah, what don't else I don't? I don't like liver. I used to like liver smothered in onions, but you'd have to smother that motherfucker in onions. Then I was like, why am I even messing with this? Yeah, you're not missing anything. Um, there's a dietary benefit to eating liver. It's full of iron. Uh, so if you have like low iron, eat liver. You can mask it with like in your pasta or whatever. But yeah, if you need an iron, like some people who are anemic eat a lot of liver. Um, but yeah, just have a steak. Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's so used to processing and giving throwing iron into the blood from it. So yeah, but it tastes. There's a gritty nature to it. I find that yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Um, there's a lot of weird stuff. There's like cow tongue. The best ribs are beef ribs because they're like this fucking big. Uh, See now I want barbecue, but I just bought these wings. See what happens? I'm a mess. All right. We have been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes or 2:44 minutes. Uh, um, no, I think it's super available. Nobody likes it, so it can't be a delicacy. You have to really like it. I think a delicacy would have to be something rare and delicious that everybody wants, but only a few people can get their hands on. Like caviar is a delicacy, right? And yeah, now everybody can get caviar, but back in the day, it was so rare, only some people could get it, could eat it. Uh, what else would be a delicacy? Some rare thing that you ate, and yeah, it could be for everybody. It couldn't be for the peasants. Could be eating it too, right? Yeah, like spices, cinnamon from India back in the day. All those spices. Well, isn't that how they found America? Looking for a better route to get spices from India. Yeah. So, man, how bad was the food that salt, pepper? Yeah, you can't. They look England ran the world, but they had no. They don't really have natural resources, right? They don't have they don't have salt mines to gather salt or you know what I mean. They don't have mountains or wide plains or gold mines or yeah, it's always war with the British to get up on, and then like the world opened up on them, and they were so good at war. Beer and porridge, mustard is awesome. What else? Yeah, beer porridge. They had meat pies, which are awesome, which are essentially I call them chicken pot pie. A chicken pot pie. Mwah, whoever invented that is a genius. Right now, they're sitting in heaven playing cards with Jesus and God and nobody else because everyone else is just be like, phew. Yeah. So it's those three. It's Jesus, God, and the guy who or girl who invented chicken pot pies because those and they come like small ones and then they was like this big. I was like, the magic of a chicken pot pie done well is beautiful. And even when it's not done well, it's like pizza, right? What was the old saying? Like it's really hard to mess up pizza, right? And there used to be an old saying that sex is like pizza, even bad pizza is good because you had pizza. Sex is like pizza, yeah, that's it. Even bad because you had sex. Essentially, either way. But it's that kind of like goofy thing. I have had the worst pizza like twice in my life, and my goodness, what did he do this? Atlian. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So life is interesting. Life is beautiful. Don't know how. Yeah. Okay, soul food restaurants are fairly common. Oh, dude, yeah, then definitely you need to come on down. Uh, it depends on where you're going and what you like. If you go to New York, there's a famous place called Sylvia's. Um, that's good for tourists, but there's another place like is it still there? I don't know if it's still there. 6 blocks up, uh, that's not as famous. That is a place that was on Conan O'Brien. Him and not DL Hughley. I'll put a clip. I'll find it and I'll put a clip in. That place is a soul food restaurant that will make. Ooh, yeah. So that's in New York. But here you go. Conan, right? Conan. Let's type soul food. Looking up shit on Google isn't art. Yeah, here it is. So this place, copy. I'm gonna copy this and drop it in the chat. This wait, if I drop it here, you won't see it. I have to go to Twitch. I'm gonna drop it in the Twitch chat. So this place that they're at now uh, is just a fire. I mean, my God, my food coma started immediately. Immediately. Globally unhide. Yep. Can you see that? So that place, I want to say I'll have to look it up, but that place is awesome. Um, there's a ton of great soul food, but you have to go to the right city. You have to go to a city with a good population of Black folk. I don't know if you're gonna hit the middle of the country because that may not be that may depend well we're every place that might be dependent on where you're going, but yeah, like soul food. I have a thing for like Spanish food, chicken and rice. Oh my God, what is in here? Here it is. In 1,000 ways that it can be made, the Dominican style, the Puerto Rican style, like the Mexican style. Like, yeah, it's just great. Ooh, yeah, up, yeah. I bet you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a great soul food restaurant in Louisiana. Absolutely. And then you get to go to Fat Tuesdays and Mardi Gras. New Orleans. Ha ha ha. Yeah, definitely. Better get that soon. It's gonna be sinking. Yeah, come visit. Where are you? Oh, nice. Sweden is awesome. I'd love to visit Sweden. Sweden, Sweden is awesome. Sweden has all the fjords, right? I'd like to see some of those from like the high looking down. I just saw so many movies there. They make a lot of miserable movies about like all these murder movies here on Netflix. But like I've seen some really beautiful images of like the green grass and blue sky, like every now and then, like these giant fields. I want to see what a fjord looks like. I want to go to Iceland to Reykjavik and sit in one of those hot water sponges, not hot water spas. Yeah, Sweden. Oh, nice. Iceland, exactly, exactly. This is very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, it's weird. I went to go to Greece to see that. Like, I saw a picture of white houses on a cliffside in a travel magazine when I was like, I want to say 10, and I've been thinking about that image ever since. Yeah, I'd love to see geysers. I don't know if I want to sit in one of them super hot geysers though, but I think they're aren't they hot springs? I think they're called hot springs. Geysers are totally different. Oh wow, really? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna run through this bad one more time. We may have to tighten up this. So this is what we learned today. This should just hang. And I was holding it up with my hand, so it should just hang. And I should be able to just. We should play with the game. So I hear when I'm touching the wrong notes. I'll lay my finger up against a note, right? So we'll turn that back down. Uh, I shouldn't lean over because I end up getting back problems. I should stand up. I should know what I'm doing with my fingers, and I should practice super slow. Even though it was making me crazy, there's no way around it. I should practice super duper slow. Um, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna not super duper duper slow, and we're gonna put this on one beat, and we're gonna practice just on the G key. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to drop down a fret and do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go back up and do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow! Okay, thanks for hanging out with us, Charles. It's good talking to you. It's one there. Get to bed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Get to bed and have a good night. And I will see you next time. Charles is awesome. Yeah, it's 10 to 7 here, and it's 7 p.m. Uh, ooh. Yeah, we just want to make sure that's on. All right, so we're going to do this for the next. Let's raise this a bit. Let's do this for the next 7 minutes. I turned this down not to torture you with the click, 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 right? We might want to turn that down too. Okay, I see what I did. That makes sense. All right, so we're muting also with our index, so other notes don't ring out. All right, that's the technique that we like. And we're also muting with our palm on the higher notes. See? So I was thinking muting was bad, don't touch the strings, but apparently you should mute to silence the neighbor string from however you may touch it, where you bump into it with a finger. Um, and I was just sort of all right. So I'm doing it, but I'm muting one too many strings. Maybe I just do it with my thumb. All right, so all right, so let's just try the one oh boy, the one string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the next 4 minutes. Wow. Slide up. We want them to ring clearly, and we're doing it with gain on because when you hit the wrong note, when you hit another string, you hear it. So it makes you a little more dead on because what you're aiming for is not to have other strings rattle. Good Lord. Hold on. Let's raise this seat up a little bit or raise this down a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's drop this. All right, that's it. Okay, so now we gotta raise this up a bit. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, all right. Now we gotta raise this up a bit. There you go. All right. Yeah, I think I'll have to creep it up a little more because it slides off. It slides on these pants, so I may have to wear jeans. I was also told to keep my fingers close to the fret, not way out here. You know, so, and which is sort of hard to do. I should keep it really sort of so I can access the keys almost immediately. Really good advice. And I have to practice picking up and down because I haven't been doing that. I was also told to have my fingers and the pick hit the string at the same time. Okay, let's see if we can keep it to the metronome. Let's turn this little thing up a bit. And we'll do it slow. 48 beats a minute. Turn it up a little bit. Make sure we can hear our mistakes. And let's get at it. Oh, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Sorry. Heard that? I gotta keep my fingers closer to this thing. Yeah, you hear you're rubbing up against everything. It's not awesome. Wow. I was even on the right string. Not on the right string. But I can't do this either. I'm supposed to be sort of just. I can feel it in my neck. Remember we had this thing where my neck was just. I was complaining about this jaw pain that I was having because I was like, kind of like, and I realized that I was clenching and I didn't realize that I was clenching. This is going to be a very interesting journey. Don't clench your jaw. Pick up and down. Don't clench your jaw. Don't hold the neck. It's supposed to be balancing. Don't hit any of the other keys as you do this. I think I'm doing pretty good with that. So, trying to mute some keys. I'm trying to work on clean notes and not hit the. Someone told me today that you can't put the cart before the horse. You have to do like these super slow drills on one string for kind of like to get good at like this precision. He said you want good, clean tones, and he was right. So I sort of slowed everything down a little bit See, if I do it this way, this allows me to mute, right? But if I do it this way, not so much. Right? It sort of plays them, and I don't want to play them. What I have to practice on, not just placement, not just metronome, but not just precision, but precision is placement, and dexterity on the fingers, like and build muscle, which is going to take just playing. I also have to learn picking up, down, because all the while I've been doing down, 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 and that's bad, 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 bad. Let's go back to what we were doing. Keep your fingers close to the strings. But when I do it this way, I'm not really, I thought this was supposed to be about fingertip striking. And I'm doing a lot of not fingertip striking. You think so? Well, that was definitely an unauthorized note. Super slow. Yeah, I do. I know, but I'm trying to not do that. I was told to try and build a sense of timing as soon as possible. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that when I looked up learning this thing, it said a lot of what it's one of the top 5 problems people learning their instrument have is all the timing of it. Click, click. Then it said you should you tap your head, bob your feet. You should make it a body thing, and I keep forgetting to make it a body thing. I do better when I like tap my foot, or kind of. But I also feel, let's stop this because it's just gonna rattle. Also feel sort of what's the word I can use? Sort of like I'm studying, so I can't really tap my feet. I know it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be enjoying it. It's not. I mean, it is hard, but it's not supposed to be homework. You're supposed to, I'm doing it because I like it. So I should be enjoying this, and I am enjoying it. But I don't know how to. Sense of time is a good thing, but you do really. How do you train a sense of timing? Because I have timing and I have rhythm, but all of a sudden I can't seem to put them all together. Man, these crows are really at it at sunset. It's going to be a beautiful sunset too. Oh, I knew something was wrong. This thing always gets caught under this fret. It makes me crazy. What is this? G A B C. What is this? D? Yeah. Metronome get. Make it no. Hmm. See, they're sounding. I don't want to sound them. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want dead noise from this, and I want fingertips. Yeah. Keep your fingers close to the fret. Yes. Oh, so it's 7:05. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 8 minutes. I want to remind all our 7 o'clock people that the show is now. Well, it's now at 4, but the show will be at 6 from Monday onwards because it gives me a chance to do some running around, get some food in me. Uh, Sense of timing presumes hitting the metronome with plus or minus 15 to 30-second microsends. If you just play somewhere close to the metronome, you'll just teach yourself to miss the rhythm. That's all. I mean, you've given the best advice I've had, like doing this, honestly. But what you just said goes against everything I heard about the metronome. I think you're supposed to somehow train yourself early on so you're not bad later. Right now, you cannot hit it precise because your fingers just do not move. Oh, that's right. Okay, move as you expect them to. Like they're fast, but they're not precise. So I want precision. So I just slow down. And slowing down, you don't need a metronome. You just need to slow down and be precise. And then when you're good at being precise, then you can build up to the metronome. Am I right? Just move as you expect them to move. Because your fingers just do not move as you. Right. Okay. That makes sense. I think I understand where you're coming from. I know we said we were not going to stream for more than 3 hours and 30 minutes because no one watches those streams. Keep your fingers close to the fret, not far away. All right. Can I do it this way? Ooh, can I do it that way? Who's away from this? That's actually better. That one. This is actually better. Um. Yeah. Is this better? This is better because they can hover right here. Okay. For you need to teach yourself your fingers to make at least one good note, then two, then three, then four, and then you can align them in time. I know. Oh, I was saying. I know we said we would not make this stream 3 hours and 5 hours anymore because remember those days of doing 5 hour guitar streams? Um, because no one would watch them and it didn't make any sense. And the average on Twitch is about 3.5 hours. So we're going to keep it there between 20 minutes and 3.5 hours, and we're doing good. So we've been streaming for 3 hours and 11 minutes. Hold on. But before you can make even one good note, there is no point in using a metronome. It just distracts you and scatters your attention. It's like learning to walk as a baby using the metronome for a steady pace, and all you can do is crawl. Okay. Now I understand. I got you. So, are we going to stream for longer than 3 hours and 30 minutes? Likely not. We could, but then again, when I feel this way, it's not good because I feel invincible But again, I've had an hour's worth of sleep. So I might not be the best judge of me judging stuff right now. I might not be the best judge of me judging stuff right now. That sort of makes sense in the stupidest way possible. Uh so so we may kick it a little past three and a half hours, so maybe 7:30, right? What do you think? Um, but I really want to do this all night with my headphones on and the game way up, so I could. I mean, since you told me this, Izzy, I've hit a lot more clean notes, even though there are bad notes. And remember what we say, people. There's a chest of mistakes, and it may be 500 or 5,000. I think mine's maybe 10,000. But every time we're here, we're taking out mistakes, and eventually that mistakes box is going to be empty, right? And we can make it a linen chest or something, a wish box, a songwriting box, or whatever. But we would have gone through because we would have worked out all the kinks in our hands and our strumming. So it's fine to make mistakes, right? Like I said, every day you're better than yesterday, and you're definitely better than the first day you started. And imagine what you're going to be like, 6 months from now and down the line. So we're not giving up. We're thankful for all of the good advice. Yeah, have a scotch or a whiskey and watch me look ridiculous on the internet. And then in maybe a week or three, go, you know what? Where is that old guitar that I have in the attic? Or dig it out. Or maybe you'll go to Goodwill and make sure the neck is straight though, and get something and join us. Maybe you will find a Jedi Master like I seem to have found. I will fix these mistakes, man. I absolutely will, and I'm super grateful. I'm super appreciative. In general, there's one more advice: you need to talk way less and practice way more. Yeah, no, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. But I practice a lot. I've only been doing it 28, 26 days, and I'm doing like 4 hours a day minimum. So I'm running at this beautiful thing. But I'm glad you told me to stop running and pace myself a little more. Yeah, I think I'm going to give the metronome a rest. But we're still going to do learning fretboard exercises. Keep your finger close. That is so good. Let the guitar balance. Okay. Okay. I'm actually muting strings, and I'm not touching the neighboring strings. I have to figure out a way to hold the thing so I don't have to keep positioning it in my fingers. There's got to be. Am I holding it too hard or too soft? I'm doing something. I'll figure it out. I should probably tilt it. Yeah. All right. G string. That's not good. Yeah, this is a. So remember, thanks for joining me for my daily practice. Where I will get good at guitar, and I will pay it forward. Um, yeah, it's an hour and a half in the morning, about, and generally about 3.5 hours minimum in the afternoon. So what is that? That's four. That's 5 hours minimum. And on the weekends, we blow the doors clean off this bitch. Excuse my language. But now we'll be doing it with better technique. an eye toward better technique. I mean, I don't know why I didn't even think about it. I mentioned it 3 times today before he showed up. But the idea that your first priority as a musician is a clean and crisp note, and I thought it was dexterity and like precision is like getting there. Like, but I didn't think of the note. I just thought of getting there. And yeah, how did I miss that? And the tip of the fingers, I have. I'm doing a lot of side tip of the fingers, which does not win. Then there's this way. I guess I've got to put my thumb up here. I can mute these right here. All right. It's a little stretchy. The pinky's missing stuff. The pinky's trying too hard. I've been looking up a lot of pinky exercises, like what is it? 3/4, 2/4, 2/4, 3/4s. 2/4 3/4. It's supposed to. Oh, good lord! It's supposed to build up pinky strength. 2/4 3/4. Which I don't know how it's different from the 1/4 3/4. Ugh, that is bad. But yeah, one note, one string is better. One string is better, and then add 2 strings when I get it. But that so maybe the 1/4. I should still do the 1/4 because I still need to do pinky exercises. 2/4 2/4 3/4. 2/4 3/4. It doesn't hurt down here. It hurts down here. And fingertips too, right? And not lean over the key. Oh, good lord. So yeah, I guess 1 2, and then when I'm driving around all day, I'm doing these on the back of the steering wheel. 1/4 3/4 2/4 3/4 1/4 3/4 2/4 3/4. I'm trying to at every turn. I'm trying to just get a little more like it's like doing push-ups all day, every day. If you do 5 push-ups here and 5 push-ups there, and by the end of the day you do like 60 push-ups. If you do that for like 6 months, you know how strong you're going to be, and not because you did 100 push-ups in a sitting, just because you just kept the blood flowing to this. I had a push-up regimen. Where's my push-up regimen? Actually, I could just do instead of running, become a god of push-ups. 1/4 2/4 3/4 2/4. 2/4. I think you're supposed to run up and down the thing, but I'm not good at this yet. 1/4 3/4. No, I'm sorry. 3/3/4. Good lord, what is it? 1/4 3/4 2/4 3/4, and then it's 3/4. It's 2/4 3/4 2/4 3/4. 2 2 4 3 4 2 4 3 4. 2 4 3 4 2 4 3 4. Oh my god. Wow. All right. Oh my gosh. Well, it has been 3 hours. Uh, oh my goodness. One, that's not one. 2 4 3 4 2 4 3 4 2 4 3 4 2 4 3 4 2 4 3. Mind your business. 2 4 3 4 2 4 3 4 2. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. See, doing 1 4 1 4 3 4 2 4 3 4s are easier. Once I remove that one, I'm like, oh, but once you remove that, it becomes. All right, and I'm having trouble. I can't do spiders. Is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, or is it 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4? Wow, this up down stroking is going to take a while, or is it? I don't know what it is. All right, remember, as bad as you are at this, as bad as I am at this today, I'll be slightly better tomorrow, and slightly better the day after that, and slightly better the day after that. Right? We got a 10-year plan. 10 years, I'm going to be a good guitarist doing this 5 hours a day. I don't mind looking ridiculous and getting it wrong, because, man, people who know guitar will help you out. You'll get it right. And then you have to pay it forward down the line. It's important that you respect the good advice people give you in all lines of work. They didn't have to give it to you, right? It's their hard-won experience that they're offering you, right? So, yeah, in these early stages, I think the best advice I got was I was doing this, and and I was like, just move it 90 degrees. It's more ergonomic to my hand, and I can reach notes that I couldn't reach over here. And the next one was crisp, precise notes. It's beginning to ring. It wasn't doing that earlier. What did I change? Keep your hands close. I'm getting updates about Britney Spears. All right. All right. So we had a nice little bit of run there for a second, right? We weren't hitting the neighboring notes, and they were all up and down, which is what we're trying to train ourselves to do. But we've got to stop leaning hunched over. Ugh. got to be close to the front too. Hold on. You people said it'd be over in a year. The lambda variant is now spreading quickly through South America. Here's what scientists find unusual about the mutation. Yeah, boy. These people are freaking ridiculous. Oh my God. Britney Spears is a hot mess. Why is she a hot mess? Because her parents raised her to be a performing monkey. I wish her well, though. Everyone should control their own life. She can't control her own life, but she can have 2 kids. If she's crazy, why is she looking after 2 kids? I gotta do this faster. I gotta build up. That's sloppy. I mean, look, they're muddy. I give you that, but no, you know what? Let's not even say it because remember the Penta thing, and it all just blew up in our face. But this session, this little bit, I wasn't hitting the side like the neighboring strings. I was hitting the strings I was aiming at. So hopefully a couple of more weeks of this. All right. Thank you. So that's a great way to actually practice that. It lets you hear when you're hitting neighboring notes. We're gonna crash this out in the next 3 minutes. We're gonna end this at 3 hours and 35 minutes. I'll say 3 hours and 34 minutes. We'll be back here 7 a.m. tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and take this journey with us. I just dropped. Here it is. My pick. And I'm also noticing that I like certain types of picks. Certain wow, rubbing right all of this right off of this. Yeah, 60 millimeters, 50 millimeters, 70 millimeters. Some are super flipsy and flimsy. They are not the mode. Let's copy this and put it here. So remember, we're gonna give you the speed, but first I'm trying to set up a tomorrow's deal while I have everyone here. I don't have a pun for tomorrow because it's Thursday. Uh, I don't know. What are we gonna call it? Thirsty Thursday? That's inappropriate. Uh, yeah, let's call it Thursday. You get it? It's funny. This is tomorrow. This is 7 a.m. This is landscape, and we will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Is that up? I think that's up. Oh, it's not up. All right, we posted it. Oh, you know what happened? Come on, seriously? All right, so yeah, now it's posted. All right, see, I'm slowly getting there. All right, remember, what are we doing here? We're learning music. We're doing it via guitar, but we're learning music. Slow and steady wins the race. But the problem is, oh, he has so many good things to say. It was on YouTube earlier. Charles came through. He's on Twitter, but none of their chat, all their chat shows up here at the restream or have, but they don't show up at the places where they were mentioned. So as I speak to you, um, other people in the chat can't read what who's saying what depending on where they are. I think that's sort of not awesome. But here we go. This is what happens if you open up another window. All right. What have we learned today? We learned a lot. I'm gonna have to go through this chat and write a lot of this down. Copy. Ba-bum. So guitar. We learned cut this. We learned holding a guitar like this, learning and looking down at it. This is what I learned today. Uh, it's better like this. Right, so if I'm looking at you, it's better to play like this because your hand can get a little more movement versus playing it like this because you're sort of jammed in, right? And you can sort of like give a look and know where you're going. I was also told that the guitar, I put the strap on. The guitar should hang, uh, just balanced, quite frankly. But these pants don't allow that. They're the finest silk. uh, but you could brace it with your like arm and. But yeah, so I took that. Also, when striking, don't strike and then swing my fingers around here. You want to get into the practice of keeping your fingers as close to the strings as possible for quick striking, like that. Um, and we're off the metronome. Uh, we want precise notes. We want to take our time doing it, cut the metronome off because our hands don't move that fast. We're going to be doing this tomorrow. Um, Remember, we're changing the show to 6 p.m. Uh-huh. Uh, on Monday. Yeah. We're going to finish the week out doing 4 p.m. shows to about 7:38. And then Monday, we're going to start 6 p.m. and we'll probably go to 8:30, 9. Uh, but that'll give me time to have food in the house and all this other stuff. And that'll be awesome. Thank you for coming through. I want to thank Izzy for helping me in the chat. He was super awesome. He's on the YouTube streamer. And I want to thank Charles 0004 for coming through on Twitter. On Twitch. And I want to thank you for watching me wherever you're watching me. I hope that you like and subscribe. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. We are slowly learning this thing. And like I said, the worst you will ever be at anything is the first day you start. It all gets better after that, right? You can quote me. I'm infinitely quotable. And I'm talkative. What can I tell you? I'm chatty, baby. Man, I could go for some. See, no, don't. I could go for some barbecue ribs. I was just thinking. Um, That's not going to happen. Oh, too bad. All right. So we are going to crash this thing out. We want to thank all parties, men, women, first beast, fish and fowl, all for coming through, flora and fauna. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm grateful for the time you spent with me, however much time it was. Super grateful for AC in the chat who helped me out immensely. Super grateful, like I said, super thankful for Charles. I hope he gets his soul food. He needs to come to the States. We'll hook him up. And I will see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow for day 26. Hey, Let It Be, you popped in. Good to see you. Let It Be is in the chat. I hope you're right. I hope you're well. We had a good day. And now we're about to close it down. We're changing Mondays. We're changing the 4 o'clock shows. It was at 4 to 3. Not to 3, excuse me, to 6. So hopefully I see more of you when I change it to 6. Yeah, but we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna change. We're gonna do it Monday. We're gonna make Monday 6 o'clock, and we're gonna, instead of 7 like it used to be, 6 will give us leeway. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. One of my faves. I hope all this. I used to write, I hope this text finds you well, but before that, I used to write, I hope this letter finds you well. I hope this cough, but I hope this interaction finds you well. We could go another half hour, but like we said, we're not going to do more than 3 hours, and we're at 3:40 now. We're trying to be about our word. We don't want to miss any shows, and we don't want to. So yeah, we're going to end this. I'm not going to be greedy. I want to say I want to thank all of you for coming through. I want to thank Let It Be for coming through, and Izzy and Charles. I hope everyone has a good night. Get some steaks up in there. I got mad love for y'all. I wish you well as long as you wish others well. If you're up to wishing people evil and doing evil, I obviously don't wish you well. And I will see you 7 a.m. for coffee and guitaring. And then I'll see you tomorrow at 4 for whiskey and guitaring. There will be politics in both of those, so don't be a pearl clutcher. And if I'm wrong, please tell me so, but do so respectfully. You can educate without ridiculing, right? And who knows? Maybe you will change my mind and make me a better person. That would be awesome. I'm always looking to be better, and I'm always looking to be taught. But you got to know how to teach whoever you're talking to, right? I guess that is it. It is 3 hours and 40 minutes. We are about to wrap this one. Remember, go out there and make some friends. People don't have any friends anymore. Not romantic partners. Make friends. Pick up a guitar and work on your discipline to learn something. Pick up an instrument. I think that would be cool. Versus all the animus and all the news that just makes you an expert at judging people. This might make you an expert at music, which will enrich your life. It might even put money in your pocket, right? So 10 years of watching Fox News got you nothing. What will 10 years of playing the saxophone or the flute or the piano get you? From zero to hero, right? Zero to hero. That's what we're doing. 1,000 days, baby. 1,000 days. We're only at day 26, and we're doing it twice a day. So that's going to be 2,000 intersections of maybe 5 hours a day. By the end of 1,000 days, it's going to be pretty impressive. 90-day increments when we change stuff, unless we make an executive decision like I just did, we're going to change this to 6. But every day for the next year and a half, we're not missing any days. And then every day after that for a year and a half, we're not missing any days. See, we broke it down to 2 nicely digestible year and a half quadrants. So you're good. 1,000 days, baby. Come get some of this music. Come get some of this learning. Come get some of this friendship. I wish you all well. I thank you for showing up. I wish the rest of your night goes swimmingly. And I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. or tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Or if you don't catch me in either one of those, I'll see you in the next one. Peace and hair grease. I'm out.